The looming financial deficits are so near and so large that every way of reducing costs quickly must be a serious consideration.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The MTA is facing the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. It needs $16 billion in federal funds to continue to operate through 2020 until 2024. In an October 13th phone call with reporters, New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli says the financial crisis can, quote, mark the end of regional public transit as we know it. But what does this mean for a city with 8.4 million people, many who rely on Metropolitan Transit Authority? We reached out to the MTA for an answer to DiNapoli's statement, but didn't get a direct response. However, press statements dating back to September indicate that if a federal bailout isn't provided, more layoffs and service interruptions are to come. MTA CEO Patrick J. Foye said in part, federal funding for mass transit isn't a red or blue issue, it's a jobs issue. Our future and the fate of approximately 100,000 MTA-created out-of-state jobs rests squarely in the hands of the Senate and White House.
When our transit system fails, it's a domino system, and our small businesses will have to shut down, and then jobs will shut down.
Stephanie Burgos-Veras with the Writers Alliance says she's never seen a financial crisis this large and says the only way out is funds from the feds, or major service disruptions are coming.
They're going to remove some Metro North lines. They're estimating that riders will have to wait 10 to 20 minutes more for a train and 20 to 25 minutes more for a bus. If transit is not a reliable option or the better option, people are going to A, either get a car, or two, leave New York City completely.
And leaving New York is a viable option for many strap hangers who say they can't afford fare raises.
I would move out of the state, yes I would. It's too much of a hassle, $3 every day to go somewhere multiple times a day, it's too much.
The MTA has already tightened up by limiting employees' hours and cutting back on overtime. However, they still need a federal bailout. Now, with the presidential election just next week, that isn't a high priority in Washington right now. Reporting for Bronxnet, Dorissa White.